Hi and welcome to Let's Talk eBay. My name is RichardJPasini. Today is October 11th, 2021. Thank you for tuning in. I just want to start by saying thank you to all the new subscribers who recently subscribed to my channel. It is greatly appreciated. I hope you like the content and you come back for more. Today, I got a couple of windows open up. I want to share a story that recently, an incident that recently happened with eBay. I got the notification yesterday. And I'm going to talk to you about that in a little bit. But first, I just want to cover these two stories here from my favorite site, EcommerceBytes. Okay, so let me give you the URL. It's www.EcommerceBytes.com. Okay, and I'm going to expand a little on this. I don't know how long this video is going to be, so I hope you can stick around for the whole thing to hear me out. For those who are new, I do put out pretty good, decent information. At least I think so anyway. And I always like to share the websites as to where I'm getting the information from, because I don't want you guys to think I just make videos up just to conjure up a video. You know what I'm saying? People might think of, where's this guy getting this information from? So I do get it from viable websites. I get Google alerts. I get email notifications. This one here happens to be an email notification. It's one of my favorite sites. It's my go-to site when it comes to eBay news. So not only do I use it for the reseller news, but I also use it in a case like this for the Let's Talk eBay segment. So one more time, let me just repeat it again. The URL is www.EcommerceBytes.com. All right, let me just make this a little bigger over here. Sorry, guys. All right, I like to keep it like that. I found these two stories interesting. And I'm going to show you my story at the end of this video. Okay, so it's got it over here. So we'll leave it here for now. Anyway, let's check this out. This story came out October 8th, 2021. It goes on to say, should eBay share buyers' offers with other sellers? Now, I don't know about you guys, but it's a big emphatic no for me anyway. I totally against it. I don't think it's right. I did a video about this once before, that I don't like how eBay, I love eBay, I've been on eBay for over 22 years, to be honest with you. It's been 22 years, according to the eBay tech. I got to call them up in regard to an issue I had with them. And I said, I just want to say thank you for being on eBay for 22 years. I don't know, my computer's making audible sounds. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, my computer likes to do it every now and then. Sorry about that. So I know I don't like it. I don't like the idea of them sharing buyers' offers with other sellers. I pay to be on this platform. I have a starter store. I know it's not a big monthly bill. But I feel this way. I'm paying eBay. This is my real estate. Okay, it's my property. I'm just using it to, just throwing it out there. It's not really my property, but I think you guys know what I'm talking about. Meaning that I'm paying to be on this website. Okay, I'm paying to advertise my items that I'm selling on eBay, and I feel personally, I don't think it's the right way to go with that. It's like, well, in other words, if you're not going to accept the buyer's offer, maybe another seller will. I don't like that. Okay, and I'll tell you why I don't like it. Because if they do that, let's say I'm selling something for $20, okay, and a potential buyer, quote unquote, says, I'm going to give you 10 for it, and you say, no, I'm not, I'm going to counter, how about 15? Now, if the buyer is either going to say yay or nay, if they don't, the way I interpret this here, and I'm going to read a link to this here, eBay, I don't know if it's fully implemented or they're just talking about it. If it's in talks, will send that buyer to another seller that's selling something similar to yours or the same type of product for that amount. Therefore, leading that buyer who you turn down will have it, another seller will make a sale as opposed to you. I don't think it's right. Okay? We all pay to be on this website. There's enough competition out there on eBay as it is. Okay, there's the last time I did a Google search, I think it was 25 million. And then sometimes I look over here Again, I hear people talking about, if I think there's 20 million active sellers. I don't know. If Google's got their wires crossed or not, all I remember the last time I did a Google search on it, it said there was 25 million active sellers on eBay. Who knows? I don't know. I mean, that's what I wanted. That's the last time I checked it out. So anyway, if you notice too, also, if you're new here, welcome. I'm sorry if I'm a little flustered. I probably tend to forget. I'm sorry. I do apologize. But welcome to my YouTube channel. On this channel, you just want, hopefully I get your attention. I like to talk about online reselling. I'd like to talk about eBay because eBay is my #1 selling platform. I love eBay. I'm not saying, some people might say, like I heard other people say, I have a love-hate relationship with eBay. Not about me, but some people do have that type of relationship. I love it when I'm making money. I hate it when I'm not. I used to joke around with that, say that, but it's all kid. I say it all kid and joking around. I don't mean that, but being on this platform for as long as I have, for 22 years, I've seen a lot of changes, and they're always changing. They're always evolving into trying to make their system better, more efficient, and to work on for both sides of the aisle, so to speak, the buyers and the sellers. And I'm all for it. I don't mind change. I don't mind change at all when it's perfective and it works. But then again, there's always going to be margin of errors within anything that we do on e-commerce, or even I was in IT for many years, and I know every time we did software upgrades or hardware upgrades, there was always going to be glitches in the system. And it is. And I read it on Down Detector. I always try to keep up on this stuff here. And it's going to happen. It's inevitable not to happen. It's a computer, you got AI, the artificial intelligence. You got the. I think they still using the Pasini search engine, whatever out there. I don't know. I believe that might be theirs, if I'm not mistaken. I get confused sometimes, information overload. But these systems learn by your buying habits. And especially if you're a seller on eBay, everything is documented and dossiated, and everything you do, just like when you pick up the phone, they'll tell you this call is being recorded for, training purposes, whatever. Like I didn't have to, when I called up this morning in regard to this issue I have, the lady, I already got all the information. Basically, I was wasting my time rephrasing it or repeating everything that was going on. She, I already see I know what you're talking about. So it's like, okay, thank you. Thank you for sharing it with me. This way I have to keep going on with the same story. But anyway, they always try to do it. They do try to do right by their buyers and sellers. That's the way I feel about it. Okay, and people may say, "Well, you sound like an advocate for eBay." It's not a question of an advocate for eBay. I do love it. It is my #1 selling platform, and I look at it this way: when I do the Let's Talk eBay, if there is an issue that I'm having with it, I'm going to speak against it. Okay, if they do right by me, I will give them kudos. But I don't like when little trivial things. Let's read into this a little more. I want to go to that window, and then I want to share my story, okay, with you guys. So if you could stick around, hear me out, that'd be great. I really would appreciate it. And again, as you know, for those who are new, I like to always throw out the dates because I want you to know the information is current. Now, 3 years from now, it won't be current, but for the present, okay. Whenever I pop a new video out there, today's the 11th. I always like to keep you guys where you know the information is current and it's fresh, somewhat fresh anyway. Well, a couple days old, whatever. No big deal. Okay, so let's just recap. It says, should eBay share buyers' offers with other sellers? And you know where I stand with that. We just went through that whole rigmarole. It says, if a rival eBay seller rejects a buyer's offer on an item similar to yours, should you be able to swoop in and try to sell them yours? Now, all is fair in love and war, whatever is out that saying goes. I don't want to sidestep and jump over it. I don't want to, take a potential sale from another seller. Someone say, well, why not? They may do it to you. I don't play that way. I won't do that to a person. It's like anything else. The better man wins. If they have a better right, if they're giving a better deal, offering with free shipping, and they're accepting the buyer's, offer, kudos, more power to them. They got the sale, I did. Okay? It is what it is. It goes on to say a recent eBay patent filing describes a system whereby the marketplace could take information about the buyer's offer that was turned down by one seller and send the information about it to other sellers who have a similar items for sale. The idea is those sellers could then send an offer to the original buyer knowing what the buyer was willing to pay. So like I said again, if the buyer you had a knife for $20 and the buyer offered you 10 and you said I want to counter for 15, it'll go to the buyer, to the other seller who will accept that buyer's bid or offer for $10. So, you know what I'm saying? So they'll get the sale where opposed to you won't. Sorry about the grandfather clock back there. Anyway, so what happens is then with this here, reading a little more into it, it goes on to say, by the way, it's 11 a.m. over here in New York. Thank you, Big Ben. Anyway, it goes on to say here, let's see, let me just recap again. A recent eBay patent file description describes a system whereby the marketplace could take information about the buyer's offer that was turned down by one seller and send the information about it to other sellers who had a similar items for sale. The idea is that those sellers could then send an offer to original buyer knowing what the buyer was willing to pay. Okay. Offer recommendations for unsuccessful buyers describes. Now, another reason why I always tell you to go directly to these websites is for the simple reason is they have active hyperlinks in them. I don't have any affiliate links with them whatsoever. I said it before in my other videos. I've been saying it forever, pretty much. So if you are a subscriber or going to potentially subscribe, you might hear me every now and then talking about that there. I'm sorry, it's because if new people subscribe, I want them to know what my YouTube channel is all about and how I go about creating my videos and how I like to express myself on it. So this one here, and you always know, and I say this not to be funny, you'll always know an active hyperlink when the arrow turns into a hand. Very simple, like this. Boom, that's a hand there. You can see when you click that on, it's going to hyperlink you. So let's click it over right now, and you can see it looks like somebody's getting ready to do this, and it looks like eBay. Okay. I didn't click this. I didn't get to this part right here. Apparently, they're putting in for this here, the way I can see it. Let's see. Offer recommendations for unsuccessful buyers. Look at this. It's interesting. This came out. It was done. It looks like it was filed October 7, 2021. Working behind the scenes, folks. It says disclosed system methods for non-transitory computer-related, readable media for offer recommendations for unsuccessful buyers. An offer recommendation system determines that if an offer is submitted for a listing posted to an online marketplace was unsuccessful, the offer recommendation system identifies a similar listing posted to the online marketplace and transmits a notification message to the seller that posted the similar listing. This notification message identifies the amount of the unsuccessful offer. Okay, so it looks like they're going to do something with this here. I don't know. I'm not definitely going to read all this. There's a lot to read here, but it looks like it's something that's current. It's probably making, no doubt, but there you have it. So let's go back here again. And again, if you want to read more into that, that's why I try to tell you guys, you need to go directly to the website, okay? All right, so basically, I'm not going to read, I just read this here, okay? Offer recommendation, we just read that from the U.S. Patent Office there. This is the same information. I'm not going to reread it again. And then it goes down here, farther down, eBay explains, for example, a seller may provide an unsuccessful buyer with an offer to purchase an alternate item that is unsuccessful buyer may simply accept to complete the purchase. Further, the seller may offer the alternate item to the unsuccessful buyer for the same amount offered by the unsuccessful buyer for the primary item. I don't know what you guys think about this here. Okay, I don't know what you guys think. If you're in it, you're into it, drop a comment below. I'd like to hear what you have to say. You know where I stand with it. I don't like it. But that's me. That's me, okay? So that's one part of the story I want to share with you. Let's go to the next window. I'm going to close these two out. I didn't know they were getting a patent already for it. It is what it is. Here's another one I found, a little juicy information here. This story came out October 10th, 2021. eBay funds buyer return. Is that a new practice? Someone's inquiring about it. And they wrote to Ina. Ina, if you don't know, that was the lady I just showed you before in the other one. She is the editor and the co-founder of, I believe, EcommerceBytes. And she's been on eBay as long as I have. You can see right over here, giving seller a voice since 1999. That's when I started selling eBay, 1999. So she's been around as long as we both started basically at the same time. Anyway, so let's read into it. Someone's writing into Ina. It says, Dear Ina, I had an eBay customer service do something bizarre yesterday and was wondering if this is something related to the full seller update. Now, if you guys haven't read the full seller update, you could go to the community chat and you could click it on there. You could read it. Read it if you get the time. Do it at your own leisure. Okay? Definitely read the full seller update. So it goes on to say, a buyer received an item on September 10th and sent me a message from eBay that it was a different model than what was advertised on the listing and she wanted a refund. I don't accept returns and my listing states I don't give partial refunds. I disagree with her. I didn't tell, and then she goes, it didn't tell her that, but told her she had to open up a return case on eBay. She opened the case, I immediately accepted the return and issued a return label. She complained via several messages afterwards that she couldn't believe she had to jump through hoops for a refund. Look, that's the way it is. You're on eBay. That's the process. What do you mean jump through hoops? I use that term, I coined that phrase when it comes to my buyers. I say I'll jump through hoops, to satisfy my buyers because my buyers are my number one priority. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so. So she just to recap, she complained for several, via several messages afterwards that she couldn't believe she had to jump through hoops for a refund. A reminder that returning an item is a pretty standard with any retailer. If you wanted your money back, I said it nicely. It seemed pretty clear to me that she either wanted a partial refund or to keep the item and get them her money back. Now, eBay has a thing like this when it comes to returns, and I don't agree with that either. And I told people who follow me on this YouTube channel, there's a part in eBay where they say if you pay the buyer, if you refund the buyer now, don't expect to get the item back. They get to keep it. So it's a wash. In other words, they get the refund. You issue the refund, and eBay states it there. Don't expect to get the item back, and that's it. So this is 100%. I don't do that. I won't do that. If you make a purchase for me, I like I said, I love my buyers. They are my number one priority. But if you make a purchase for me, let's say I'm selling you this mouse here, this Logitech mouse, okay, and you paid a decent price for it. I'm not going to give you a refund before it actually gets back to my desk and I check it out, make sure it works. I'm not going to issue a refund yet. You know what I'm saying? That's why. And here's a contradictory thing that eBay does, which I really find a little disgruntled about this here. They'll tell you, in that when they open up a return issue, don't issue a refund, or don't. Yeah, that's I said. It sounds contradictory the way they did. Don't issue a refund until you get the item back. And then they'll tell you at the same time they automatically will give a refund back to them anyway. So it's kind of like there's a little gray area there with that there. That they really need to rectify that there, to be honest with you. I really don't like the way they have that there. But long story short, if you're a newbie, and especially a newbie, I don't want to see you newbies get stuck. Don't let the buyers get that edge over you. Meaning, if you sell something to a buyer and the buyer says, I want a refund, and eBay has those options there, don't refund them. You make it where the buyer returns the item to you. Okay? You get it back, because chances are the buyer didn't want that item, and that's why they send it back. Well, they're going to find faults, and that's the other thing too I talked about. When it comes to return policies, eBay needs to ante that up. They got to change it around a little. What happens is, I sell Youre coffee makers and other general merchandise. What happens is, if a buyer buys an item from me or from another seller, and they could have got it cheaper. They realized, oh my God, I could have got it $10 cheaper. Why did I have to buy from this guy? They want to send it back. So what's the options? Think about it. If there's more options, let me know. Item that is described. Item is defective and not working. That's the only ones I recall. Okay? Now, there may be other ones that I don't remember, but that's the only ones I remember. So with that, the buyer sends it back, and I could prove this, to myself, I proved it, that I accepted the item back, of course. And when they're saying items defective, not working, 9 out of 10, they're always, the items that people send back, which I don't get that many, I'm just saying, and just a figure of speech, they always work. And the reason why I say that is because the buyers, eBay doesn't give the buyers an option to put other. I know you might say, well, it sounds kind of crazy, what I'm about to tell you. They should put found it cheaper elsewhere. No longer want the item. It's not what I thought. It's not what I expected, whatever. They don't give options like that. Not as described, items defective, not working. That's the only two I know. Okay? I mean, some people will write in there, like this person here wrote in here, I never received the item. But they really need to kind of like, add a little more to it on their return policy. And seriously, I had a buyer who was trying, I'm not trying to say they're trying to dupe me, or maybe they're just trying to feel out and see if I would go along with it. I had a buyer, I sold a Keurig to a buyer a while back, maybe 2 years ago. Buyer gets it, says, I'd like to send this back. I seen it a lot cheaper. They sent me 2 messages. First one said, I'd like to send it back. I said, okay, whatever. And then they sent me a second message on eBay's messaging system, of course. I seen it cheaper. So I said, okay. I messaged back. I said, okay, please send it back. Please package it well and send it back to me. Never got it back. You know why? Because that buyer was trying to see if I would say, I'll tell you what, how much did you see another seller for? They could have thrown any number out there. They could say, I seen it for $10, $15. Wanting me to make good for them. In other words, you seen it for 15? They bought it for me for 30, let's just say. But you seen it from another seller for 15? Okay, I'll give you a partial refund back and you keep it. It didn't work that way. You know what I told her? I said, send it back to me and I'll refund you. I'll give you a full refund. Never sent it back to me. Gospel truth. There are going to be people out there that you're gonna as a newbie or whatever, if you've been on eBay as long as I have, you are going to hear stories like you won't believe. There was another story I'd like to share with you. I sold a Keurig coffee maker to this person out of state. Person gave me the worst negative review you can imagine. Got the coffee maker, it's shooting water all over the place, it's this and that's going on. Well, it was done through PayPal. It was before the pandemic thing, the coronavirus thing. I had his phone number. I called him up and I said, is this Mr. So-and-so? He said, yes, speaking. I said, yeah. I go, I noticed you left me negative feedback, and I said, I just want to, make good, make it right. Is there anything I could do about it? I go, I'm willing to, even though it's past 30 days, I'll give you a refund. I'll give you a full refund. Nah, that's all right. That's all right. He tells me he had a spout with his wife. They had like a little disagreement on something. He goes, I wasn't thinking that day. I was just a little annoyed. I said, that's all good. He goes, don't worry about it. He goes, I go, I'm willing to work with you. I said, I don't mind. If you want to send it back, I'll give you a full refund. No, that's okay. Another time I had a story where a person has messaged me on eBay. I was selling something for, I think, $4.95 or something ridiculous. Person says, I'll give you $1 for it, and plus I want you to pay for the shipping. I was like, excuse me? It's $4.95. But then again, it's my fault. I forgot to take out the best offer. But you're going to hear a lot of crazy stories. Okay? You're also going to hear some legitimate stories. Like, again, I had a situation like that where a person, I gave the person a week to get back to me. because I was wondering what was going on. I was getting ready to open up a return case, and the person said, "I'm sorry I didn't get back to you. I still want the item. I got an order wax. I was laid up in the hospital." I said, "It's okay. Don't worry, Basil. How are you? I hope you're okay." "Yes, I'm fine." I said, "Okay, no problem." You're gonna get things like that. Or a person say, "It's okay if I pay you on a such and such day because I get paid on Fridays." That's okay. I don't mind. I work with people. I do. I work with people. But you're going to find a lot of different cases like that there. I'm going to share my story in a little bit. But anyway, so it goes on to say here, it seemed to be pretty clear that she wanted a partial refund or to keep the item or get her money back. 2 weeks went by, and she still hadn't shipped the item back. She contacted eBay customer service yesterday and escalated the case for them to decide. eBay gave her a refund, eBay's money, not mine, and she's getting to keep the item. Screenshots attached, automated eBay customer service messages with the case escalation and decision attached. Okay, that happens now. In some cases, eBay will work with you in your favor with certain situations. Okay. I don't know how much this was for, whatever, but eBay is fair when it comes to certain issues with the buyer. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking as a seller. They will work with you. They will. No, seriously. I mean, I'm not trying to contradict myself. I mean, it sounds contradictory what I'm saying to you guys, but no, it's true. eBay will work with you, and I dealt with their customer service people, and I have no problem with them whatsoever. I think they're spot on, good customer service reps for me. But I'm speaking as an individual. You guys out there may say, "No, I had to disagree with you 100%," or you may agree to disagree with me, and that's fine. But I'm speaking on my own behalf. They've been always pretty good to me. Okay, honestly, they have been pretty good to me. They always had my back, and the reason why, it's not because I'm a seasoned veteran here or whatever, seasoned seller on eBay. It's because I do right by my buyers, and they look at your feedback. 100% positive feedback. I'm not out to get over my buyers. I will provide the best service whenever possible. I always give them my best. My buyers are my number one priority, and I stand by that. I'm the one that does everything here. When you buy something from me, you're dealing with me personally. You're not dealing with an employee. I don't hire employees, but you're not dealing with a family member or a friend that's filling in for me. You're dealing with me. Okay, I run this show here. I'm the main man here. Okay, I'm the shipper, the buyer, the president, the company. What do you want to call me? I do it all. I wear many different hats with this business. So when you're buying something from me, you're dealing directly with me. It's not somebody getting behind a keyboard and pretending it's me. It's me. Believe me. Okay, I don't have anybody. I'm doing this solo. I have family to help me out? If I needed help, sure they would. I don't want, you know what they're all saying? Too many hands spoil the broth. Right. I don't need that many people working with me right now. My business isn't big. I'm not a high volume seller. I don't need a lot of people behind me and doing this, that, and the other thing. Like I said, and then if people don't, let's say you hire a friend or have a friend helps you, they might not take your business serious like you do. I take eBay serious. Okay? To me, it's a business. I take it serious. And I'm going to do I'm going to stand by my values, my issues, my personal likes with eBay. I'm going to take care of my buyers. Let's put it that way. Okay? I mean, eBay is like I said, I love eBay. I've been with them for many years, and they will work with you. And if you're in the right, they will stand by you. I mean, if you're doing something wrong, let's say, and if you did something wrong, it's an innocent mistake or an accident, whatever, they're not gonna shut you down. But just do the right things, and you'll be okay. I always tell people, here's the advice I give to the newbies. When it comes to writing your descriptions on any item, whatever, be very definitive. If it's got a scratch, a nick, a dent, or whatever it is, or it's missing a part, a piece is chipped, put it in your description. And if it's something that you're selling for parts not working, put it in a title. I already had a story like that too, where a person, I had it in the title, in the description. The buyer didn't read it. It might have been something electronic, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it was a radio or whatever. I don't remember. Something along that line. And the buyer sends it back and says, the item's defective, not working. Did you read the description? I messaged back, did you read the description? Oh, S. She goes, oh, S, I didn't read it. She bought an impulse. People are spontaneous. You know, it's like you go into the store. I go into the dollar store. I say, I'm going to get a couple items. I walk out of it with 10, 15, 20 items. I mean, it's a dollar store. Oh, I can use this. I can use that. I can use this. I can use that. You know, that's what it's like. When you're buying on eBay, I'm like that. I'm very funny that way. When I'm buying something on eBay, first thing I like to do is look at the seller's feedback, see if they're 100%, see if they're top rated. And I like to read, and then the item that they're selling, I want to see, I want to read verbatim. I want to know what it's all about. Does it have any little flaws in it? I want to know everything about that particular item. Again, it is what it is, folks. How you run your business, how you're going to run it. But the only thing is, do right by your buyers and you'll get repeat business. Okay? That's all I can tell you. Now, that's the last window I want to share with you guys. The information I got over here, I'm not going to get too much in this here. Let's see, did I skip something here that you should know? Well, it's not that much to read here. Let's see here. I might as well finish it up. This is the only thing I can think of is that the buyer told eBay was that she shipped the item, but the tracking number showed it was never received by the post office. Then it goes on to say, this case just seems to reinforce with buyers that they can take advantage of sellers on eBay will back them up. Like I said again, I can't say yay or nay to this statement here. But I will say this, like I said earlier, the only thing I could think of is with this particular situation, maybe the buyer was trying to see if this seller would work with them. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of variables to why people send things back. I know people always said in the past, eBay's for the buyers, eBay's for the buyers. But if you read the spring seller update with the changes going on, it says they even have a thing there. eBay protects the sellers. It's on their community chat board, folks. It's right there. And then it goes on to say, this never happened before, and I'm wondering if this has happened to other sellers as well. Is this part of the new fall update for sellers? Thank you, considering my question, JC. Me personally, I don't know if it's part of the new fall update. I don't know. I didn't get a chance to read everything on the spring fall, the fall update. I didn't get a chance to read it all. I read parts of it, but I don't think eBay would kind of like grandfather that in. For what reason, I don't know. Now, if you guys out there have any things about this, you want to respond to this here, drop a comment below. That's all I can tell you. But me personally, I don't think that would be part. I don't think that would be grandfathered in with the new fall update. All right, I'm going to bump out of here, and yes, this is my list, and this, folks, is saying a segue. It's not a segue by any means. No. There's a reason why I'm here. Well, first off, before I get into this here, let me just read. Let me make this screen a little bigger here. We're gonna come back to that in a second here. Oops, can I get this bigger or no? Here we go. I received this message yesterday from eBay, and it goes on to say, I printed a couple of sheets of it here. Hello, shop RichardJPasini for great deals. We had to cancel the bids and purchase on the following items for the buyer, and it gives the buyer's address there, buyer's account there, whatever, because they were made without the account owner's permission. And it's for a K cup. It's got the track, the ID there. It's for the K cup, Youre K10 Mini Plus cup coffee brewing system. All right. It says, please note, we are working with the account owner to prevent any additional unauthorized activity. This is the first time I got something like this. That's why I want to share with you guys. That's what the Let's Talk eBay is all about. I like to share personal things, that story, and this is one. It says all associated fees have been credited to your account. In these situations, we will credit the final value fee for the removed listing won by this buyer, and also the insertion fee if it was a single quantity listing. It was. I mean, I do sell different ones, but they're different models. I sell, there's a Youre K10, there's a B31 model. They have a whole bunch of different models. So anyway, it goes on to say, we accredit any associated fees to your account. That's great. We've also made it easy to relist the item if it was removed, although I don't see it. Although it goes on to say, although the item is no longer available in search, of course, search listings, you will be able to find it in your sold section of my eBay. I looked yesterday, I couldn't find it. Please visit, and then they give you a website here. The selling tip. Now, this is what I want to talk about here, which is kind of crazy. And this is the other thing that bothers me with eBay. I mean, like I said again, I love eBay, but they got little bugs they need to fix. They really need to tweak their system a little better. When people like, such as myself, that come out and talk about these things, eBay is not going to probably watch my videos unless I point them to the direction and say, hey, check out my video and hear what I have to say. I could call them up too and talk about it. I think I mentioned this once before, even to the teammate. And it goes on to say here, selling tip. I mean, it's right here. To help avoid the situation in the future, consider selling at buying it now price and requiring buyers to make immediate payment. All my listings have immediate payment. But here's the irony of it all. They don't make the immediate payment all the time. There were times I had to wait 2-3 days, sometimes 5 days. And then you find out later on the buyer changed their mind after they kept your item that they bid on or made a best offer and you accepted. They don't make the payment. They don't follow through with it. They decide to cancel at the last minute. And I feel like saying, that happened to me one time. Why did you wait a whole week to let me know that you didn't want the item? So that's the aftermath of it. That's the fall. As far as like why they do that there. I mean, eBay needs to rectify that. To be honest with you, when a buyer makes a best offer to the seller and the seller accepts it, comes back and says it accepts it, it should be paid right there and then. I shouldn't have to send. You know what I usually do? I send 2 invoices. I send the first one, and like after the minute it's sent, I'll send them an invoice. Then I wait by the end of the day. If I don't get a response, I send them a second one. Then the next day, I will contact the buyer and say, your item is ready, dear buyer. Your item is ready for shipment. If you no longer want this item, please let me know so it can be relisted again. And then sometimes the buyer will make a payment right after that. Sometimes they don't. eBay's got to have it where once the buyer makes an offer, the seller accepts it, it gets back to the buyer, and they pay automatically. No ifs, ands, or buts. I shouldn't have to send 2 invoices and then contact them via eBay's messaging and ask them, do you still want this item? Because all they did is I lost, and that happened with one of the Keurigs. All I did was I lost potential buyers. I had watches on it. They're gone. Okay? The views that were there, whatever, everything disappears because now you got to start refreshing it all over again. And now you got to wait again. And suppose that item was on there for 2-3 weeks. Now you got to start all over again. eBay's got to come up with a better system. I understand people will make a purchase and then later on say, I want to cancel it. That happened to me. I had a buyer make a purchase and then about 15 seconds later, I need to cancel it. And then eBay will send you a message, buyer wishes to cancel item, please refund them. And you refund them and then the case gets closed. I can understand that. Look, people are spontaneous. I've done it myself. There's times I went to a store and I picked something up and then later on I brought it back. After I found, let's say it was a tool, and it was a tool I couldn't find, or I had it, I bought it, but I purchased it many years ago. And I forgot all about it. And I come across it, I was like, oh geez. And I bought the tool that day, and that same day would go back. Things happen. People change their minds. That's the way it goes. But anyway, so they're telling me here. Then it goes on to say with the immediate payment, I'm going to show you how to look for that in your listings so you don't go through it. It says we also recommend you take the following actions. If a buyer won the item, if you haven't received payment, don't complete the sale or send the item to the buyer. No. Do you really think I would send that? That's like someone saying, I'm going to buy a car from you, and you give the guy the car and he didn't pay for it. I'm not going to do that. That's a nice recommendation, but it's okay. Don't communicate with the buyer directly. Of course not. Verify any payments that you've been notified by logging into your payment account or other online payment service. If the buyer requests the refunds or additional payments, don't send any money without contacting eBay first. Okay? Then it goes, if you already sent the item, try contacting the shipping carrier to find out if it could be stopped shipment. Suppose you have one of those services that's 1 day. It's gone. It's already there, right? Maybe you can get away with it with the priority mail because it's 1 to 3 days, but who knows? Contact eBay first. If you already sent them the item, try contacting to stop the payment. Then it goes on to say, if you have any concerns or questions, click Help and Contact at the bottom of eBay's pages. We're sorry for the inconvenience, and we thank you for your patience and cooperation. Thank you, eBay. Please don't reply to this message. It has been sent from an address that doesn't accept incoming emails from eBay. Okay. eBay. The other one says over here, please resolve the buyer's request. Your buyer opened the request because they didn't receive the item. Please respond by October 14, 2021. When I got this, I printed out the information. I printed out the tracking history. The buyer, here's what I called eBay. I said, look, I got a question for you. And this buyer is fairly new. I also printed out his ID here. He's only been on eBay since the 22nd of 21. Newbie. He's a newbie, but he looks like a buyer, not a seller, from what I see. He's only got 3. He only left 3 positive feedbacks. So, and I want that for my records anyway. And it says the buyer reported the item hasn't arrived. Now, according to the tracking information from UPS, which was sent to UPS ground, it says the item was sent October 5th, 2021. And when I called up eBay, they said, yeah, we've seen that there. We've seen the information. It was left on the person's porch. Now, here's the thing I told the buyer. The customer service rep. I did a video about this. I don't know if you heard, I'm sure you heard of porch thieves, right? You know the Ring doorbell that has the camera in it? You might have seen those commercials. People getting ready to steal package. Hey, put that package down. The guy drops and he takes off, right? He runs away. This was left on his porch, according to what the lady said, because I don't see the whole detailed thing. Maybe I didn't print it out. But she says, oh no, it was left on the porch. It was delivered October 5th, 2021. It was sent out. This was sent out. That's why you always keep the receipts. This was sent out UPS ground. It was sent out September 30th, 2021. And according to this UPS tracking details, it was sent to the buyer or delivered to the buyer's house on October 5th, 2021. So I called eBay up and I want to find out what's the status here. Most likely I'm not going to get it back. Okay? If it's lost, then I got to put a claim in. Now, here's what I told the customer service rep, and I did a video on this here about porch thieves. And I'm not the only YouTube guy that does that there, eBay seller. There's other people put that there. Porch thieves. This goes out to the newbies. Okay? Now, I have a threshold on anything over $100. I will send it out with signature delivery confirmation. In other words, whoever gets that item, and I usually do it on higher end items. Jewelry, not that I sell a lot of jewelry, laptops, cameras, expensive things. Anything over $100 is my threshold. For $2, whatever it is, $2.76 or whatever it is, it's a peace of mind, and you could pad it into your cost of goods. Just add that in there. In other words, if there's something, if you're selling something for $10, well, that's the price you're looking for. Just factor in the $2 and change, whatever it is for that signature delivery confirmation. Even if you have to lay it out of your pocket, it's well worth it. What's they say? An ounce of invention is worth a pound of cure. It's worth it to me, folks. It really is. So if you send it with signature delivery confirmation, this is the difference between delivery tracking. It's like, oh, it's good tracking. Tracking don't really, it helps, but it doesn't guarantee that the buyer is going to get that particular item. So what I'm saying to the newbies is, when you use delivery track and say that should be good enough, sufficient enough, yes and no. Remember one thing: when the letter carrier gets the package, he takes out, like, I got this thing is waiting. This is waiting. I'm waiting for the person to pay. This is a fiberware power cord. I'm waiting for the buyer to pay. I just don't have the receipt on it or anything, but I got the label already sent. But anyway, when the letter carrier gets his package, he takes his thing there, his scanner, puts it in the mailbox. If it's big enough, like I told Lee, the customer service, my mailman, if it's a package, whatever, he usually puts it between the storm door and the front door. So in other words, you can see it sticking up. Right? If it's small packages. Now, if you're in an area that's high traffic, a lot of people walking back and forth, you might get an alleged porch thief. You might get somebody who might sit and say, people love packages, especially big boxes, little packages. They like boxes too, right? Right. So chances are, this is what I told Leah. I said, I'm not contradicting the buyer. It may have gotten delivered there, which it's, according to UPS, it was delivered there. Left it on the porch, because it said it was delivered and it was left on the porch. Somebody probably walked by and said, pick up the package, and off they went. Don't think it's impossible not to happen, because it happens. You could do a Google search on it. You could go to YouTube, and you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm not the only one that talks about this stuff. Believe me, folks. I did it before. I talked about porch thieves and stuff like that. How to protect yourself as a seller. Now, here's the other thing. You could send this item with delivery tracking. And I'm not saying in a malicious way here, but someone could get this here and say, I never received it, but it shows tracking. You know what I'm saying? It's scary. It's scary. But you got to understand something, especially if you're a newbie. And you say, well, I send a lot of my stuff out with tracking delivery. I mean, not signature all the time, but tracking. But what am I supposed to do with this? Do I have to be fearful now and worry about, oh, geez, do I have to add that all the time, that extra service? I mean, the buyer's going to pay for it, because I can't keep laying out certain things I can, certain things I can't. But if that's the way it's going to be going forward, then that's the only suggestion I have. Add the signature delivery confirmation. Is it your role for everything? Is it guarantee? Someone's got to sign for it. And if it's going to that address, somebody at that address is going to sign for that item. Now, if you live in a household where you got relatives there, let's say you're supposed to be the consignee, the one that's supposed to sign for it. My letter carrier will say sometimes, we have stuff coming for other people, my family members, say, can you sign for it? Yeah, I'm my brother, my sister. Yeah, I could sign for that there. Now, if you have friends or relatives or whatever that just happen to be at the house that day, and you're not there, and you say, well, I got to step out for a minute. If I'm expecting a package, if it comes, just sign for it. The mailman will probably ask, can you sign for this? And then so-and-so will sign for it. But the thing is, it went to that person's address. That's where you can protect yourself. Signature delivery confirmation, where someone's got to physically sign for it. It should be an open and shut case with eBay. There should be no qualms or anything going on with that there. If someone signed for it, it went to that address, that's where the purchase was made. PayPal verified the address, the account holder, it should be good. End of story. Now, I'm not going to send this with delivery signature confirmation. Small item, small amount, this is a small purchase. But that's all they do. People think, the letter carrier gets it. All they do is the letter carrier gets it, he scans it in, and that's it. He puts it on your porch, puts it in your mailbox. He's off and walking away. He's back on his route. If you're out there and he hands you, that's a different story. Now, this person here got it delivered. It was left on the porch. Claims he never got it. Was sent out September 30th. My question is, Why did the buyer wait 5 days afterwards? The case was opened up yesterday, October 10th. I called eBay, explained the whole situation, and that was the buyer's that's the buyer's reason. It says buyer's request. Yeah. Hello, Richard. Hi, Richard. Your buyer opened the request because they didn't receive the item. Please respond by October 14th. When I called up eBay, they said call back on October 15, 2021, and we'll see, because now eBay is going to investigate it now. So here's the thing. What happens in a case like this? Am I at loss? Like, what happens here? The buyer's going to get refunded? Where did that item go then? It's a mystery. Porch thief? I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, that's where I stand with this here. Now, I want to recap where I said eBay's recommendations. Seller tip. Requiring buyers to make an immediate payment. So let's go to that window, and I'm going to show you what that's all about. Let's bounce over here again. In order to check, or if you want to send stuff like that with immediate payments, what you got to do is go to an active listing. You're going to go revise your item. This is an active listing. And I'm going to show you. Now you might say, well, I might have changed this ahead of time. I don't change anything ahead of time. I'm not out to, this is not no smoke and mirrors here, folks, okay? I do it with all my items, because somebody said that in the chat room one time. Well, if you're selling fixed or buying, I got a window up here. We're going to talk about that as well from eBay. It's because because you have a fixed item. What does that have to do with anything? Fixed, auction, it works both the same way. So anyway, let's continue. Okay, so now here's my revised my listings. You're going to scroll down. You're going to scroll down. You're going to scroll down. Required, they'll tell you if you need item specifics. eBay will tell you that there. So you scroll down, the type, you put all your information there, yada, yada, yada. You go down, you're down. Let's see. And then you keep going down over here. Now, when it comes to selling details, the format, duration, and so on, price, then here's you want to make the buyers, but let your buyers make the best offer. I unchecked that. Look over here where it says payment options. Required immediate payment with buy it now. I have it buy it now. There it is. eBay should find this insulting. I'm insulted, eBay. I've been with you guys for 22 years and you're telling me what I should do. I know what to do. No, but I'm joking around. But anyway, it's true. And what I'm trying to say is, for a newbie, what you want to do is, I'm not going to check, I'm showing you I'm checking it now. But what you do is when you come here, after you put your buy it now price in there, you come over here and click this on. Okay? Require immediate payment. I've been doing this on all my listings. I got, 120 up there. They all have required immediate payment. The only thing is, this was purchased yesterday. I sent out 2 invoices already. I'm still waiting to get paid. It's a small order. What, $9, whatever it is, $7. Still waiting to get paid for it. eBay should have it where when they say require immediate payment, the person pays it right there and then. I bought stuff off of eBay. I made the purchase right there and then. You know what I'm saying? What's it to hit the button, buy it now? What's the big deal? So now I got to wait now. I'm going to contact this buyer. I'm going to send a message to the buyer now because I sent 2 invoices yesterday. And I'm going to message the buyer now after I do my video. Ask them, do you still want the item? If not, please let me know so it could be related. It's like a broken record. Please let me know so I could relist it. It could be relisted again. And then usually if they say that, then lo and behold, miraculously I see the little red thing there, the little red indicator saying, "Oop," like an information thing. Okay, they paid. I don't know what else to say, but that's how you're going to do it, folks. Okay, and when you're making changes, make sure you update your listing. as you can see here, and make sure you hit I'm done, because it's going to redirect. Okay, make sure you hit this, and you'll see it. Well, it did it quick. It says redirect. Okay, now, how does immediate payment work? This is off of eBay's customer service. It's a 2-minute article to read, but anyway. Okay, let's read into it. With the immediate payment option on eBay, a listing is still available until the buyer completes the purchase. This is especially useful when you're selling time-sensitive items like tickets to a concert or sporting events. How immediate payment works. You can require immediate payment for both fixed and auction-style listings with the Buy It Now option. Here's how it works. Fixed price. Me, I do everything fixed price. I'm not an auction person. I tried it one time. I didn't really care for it. Fixed price. When you require immediate payment in a fixed price listing, the first person who selects and buys it now and completes the checkout gets the item. Auction with Buy It Now. Immediate payment applies to the Buy It Now transaction, so when the bid is placed, the immediate payment requirement disappears. If you listed it with the reserved price, it disappears after the reserved price is met. The listing then becomes a regular auction listing, and the highest bidder wins, of course. How to create a listing with immediate payment? I just showed you, but we'll read what they have. To create a listing with immediate payment, simply select required immediate payment with Buy It Now. When you're selecting your payment options in the listing form, which I just showed you, to list an item requiring immediate payment. Now check this out. To list an item requiring immediate payment, you need to have an eBay seller account in good standing, specify a Buy It Now price no more than $60,000. I should only be that much. That lucky to have something like that. Specify shipping and handling cost, or offer free delivery for the item. State all costs, including taxes, so buyers know exactly what to pay. Well, the taxes is usually computed once the buyer makes the purchase. It's usually if they're on board with that new tax system they have there, where everybody in different localities, different states. I'm in the state of New York, so the New York people will be paying the prevailing tax rate in this jurisdiction, and every jurisdiction is not the same. Like, I live in this part of the island. I live in an island in New York, so over here it might be 8.67%, where it might be upstate New York, it might be maybe 5%. There's different localities, different jurisdictions have different types pricing there. What do you call it? Tax codes, whatever. So that varies. Okay, I follow all the rules and regulations. Okay, top takeaway. Here's the top takeaway. When you require immediate payment, the first person who selects it, Buy It Now, completes, gets the item. That's the top takeaway. Okay? That's what you need to do. This is on eBay's customer service. Okay? That's how immediate payment works. And the reason why I brought this to your attention is because eBay gave a selling tip. Now, I don't know if this is just a standard format. They should know that I'm a seasoned seller been on eBay for 22 years. You don't think by now I know about this? But it's okay. I still love you, eBay. But eBay really needs to tweak their system a little. They need to make it work where it's going to be, you want a proficient system. I know you guys over there on eBay, they're making changes, and hopefully it's for the better. I'm okay. With the change. I understand you guys want to make things work on both platforms for both people, buyers and sellers. I understand that. I have no problem with it. But you need to tweak it a little. When you're having your big board meetings up there with your managers, executive branch, whatever, sit around your table there, the conference table, and start, throwing it there. When I worked in the corporate office in the IT field, we used to sit at a big table with all of us mainframe people there, mainframe operations people, and data center people and managers, and we would sit around, and it wasn't a coffee clutch. We went there to talk about business, and they would ask, they would get input from people, feedback from the workers there. How can we do this better? What's been happening here? I'm sure eBay has the same thing, you know. But we conveyed to our executive management, to upper management, general managers, whatever, data center managers, we conveyed to them. And by us bringing out that information to them, it was to make and streamline the system to make it work better. Okay? eBay does things not to hurt people or to hinder them, but they do it in a way where, you know, sometimes it could be a misunderstood, understood situation. There's things, even though I've been on eBay for 22 years, it doesn't mean anything as far, I'm always constantly learning. And the reason why I'm constantly learning with eBay is because they're always updating and changing their policies. So, in closing this video out, for those who are newbies and seasoned sellers, the seasoned sellers probably know a lot of this. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I don't know. I'm not saying it in a bad way. But I put this information out there, folks. And as I said in my other videos, and I'll say it again in this one, I don't have a book to sell you, and I don't have a dream to sell you. The only thing I can share with you right now, I have to give you guys right now, is free information. I do the research, like I say sometimes, I should have a quote like that. I do the research so you don't have to, which I do. I spend hours on this stuff. Literally spend hours. People may say, how can it be possible? I do. I get a lot of Google alerts. I get a lot of email notifications on a daily basis. Believe me, I do. On all different companies. I get them on Google. I get them on eBay, Amazon, Etsy, Mercari, you name it. I get them. But I don't focus in on them. I focus in on one thing. I zone in on one company. The company who I do business with and who I've been with for many, many years is eBay. Okay? If you're an eBay seller and you want to know a little more about what's going on, subscribe to my channel. I do the reseller news weekends, reseller news briefs. Let's talk eBay. No, but seriously, with all kidding aside, I do. I haven't done like the reseller news weekends in a while. Yesterday I did a video, but that was a brief. I call it a brief. It was only a 12-minute long video. This is going to be a long video. I know it is. I don't know if you guys are going to watch it all the way through. You should. You should watch this where you'll get something out of it. That's another thing about my video, my YouTube channel. For all intents and purposes, I call it the His Initiative. You probably, what's the His Initiative? Help, inspire, and share. I want to help people. I want to share information with them, and I want to inspire you to be a better seller. Information is power. Information is knowledge. However you want to decipher it. The more you know, the better you'll be. Okay? Just like when you're going to college, you got to take that test. You got to read that textbook if you want to get a good passing grade. I don't mind putting the information out there. But the most important thing is not to waste your time. I don't look at it as I'm wasting my time, because where you guys might not find this helpful, there may be other people out there that will find it helpful. But the most important thing is you get it. They're talking about top takeaway. You get a takeaway from it. And if you get a takeaway from my videos and you like the information I put out on this YouTube channel, I said it before and I'll say it again. Not too often. I don't discuss religion and I don't discuss politics. Okay? There's no crazy stuff on here on this YouTube channel. I don't do zany antics. You're not going to see me jumping out of planes, mountain climbing, snow skiing, all that stuff there. I don't do anything that's going to cause, any danger to me. Okay? I won't do stuff like that to make a video. I put out good, clean content. That's what my YouTube channel is all about. It's to help people. Okay? That's the most important thing. I hope you like this video. I hope you like me and you'll keep coming back for more. Let's make this channel grow. Help me out. The more people we can get, to get this channel growing, the more information we can get out in the large masses. Okay? I know people might say, well, you want your channel to grow. Well, I do want my channel to grow. I do. And I am grateful, and I have to say this too. I don't know if I said it once before. I might have said it before. I am so grateful for the subscribers that have been with me this far through thick and thin. Okay? And to the 1,000th subscriber who made it that possible to get that my channel monetized and I have to say again, thank you, whoever you are. I don't know who, but thank you so much for making it happen. And thank you to all the new and present subscribers that recently subscribed to my channel. If it wasn't for you guys out there, this channel would be nowhere. And I plan on putting out more good content. I want to trip it up a little. I want to talk maybe a little about the stuff I use for my make my videos, the software I use to create my videos, the software I use to create my website, and so on and so forth. I'm also a vlogger, so I might be doing things off the cuff, but rest assured, it's going to be to help you guys out. It's all business related. Okay? So I hope you guys will give me a chance. If I'm putting out too many videos and, maybe it's not for you, then I could see a change in thinking, the way you change your mind about my channel. But for the most part, I really do hope you guys will subscribe and come back for more. Okay? I mean, if you don't think my videos are good, whatever, or if you want to see me talk about something else, drop a comment below. I'm okay with it. I mean, as long as you're not saying anything nasty to me, I will respond to you. But my channel, I want to help people. I can't help them monetarily. I don't have those resources, but who knows? Maybe one day I'll be able to do that there, help people out. Right now, this is the best way to do it. Get it out in large numbers and groups. But I really do hope that you guys will like the content, and I really do hope you like me. And I am going to close this video out right now. And as I always say in my closing videos, if you are thinking about selling on eBay, or you are a seller on eBay, I am wishing you guys all the best in sales. Until next time, bye-bye for now.